Hey YouTube, what's going on? So, as you can tell, I'm in my work clothes. I am crazy tired, and I just uploaded yesterday's vlog about an hour ago. So, yeah, I'm sorry it wasn't up yesterday. The internet was being crappy. What can I do? You know? So, on to what happened to me today, which is, today, I got up, went to work. Well, actually, it began at about 2 this morning when I woke up, what am I, a Wookiee? I woke up from, dead sleep, and I was like, holy crap, I left the tires out, because I'd forgotten the tires outside the bay. Luckily, this wasn't the case. One of the other techs had brought in the tires, so I had nothing to worry about. I don't know why I didn't remember that tech bringing in the tires, but I think it's probably because I'd left and then they brought in the tires. That may be the main reason. But yeah, I mean, it was one of those times where you're like, holy crap, did I just screw up huge? And then it turned out alright. So everything's all good. And so I went to work, and today's work was kind of, during the beginning of the day, like the first 6 hours of the day, it was insanely busy. But we had a good time. I worked with a lot of good people, so it was a good time. And then the last 2 hours, we did like nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think we did like 2 oil changes, and that was it. So, yeah, it was a good day. Yeah, it was strange that it was that good, but it was. And I'm like totally loving it. Sorry, I had to look over because I just realized my door is open. Why is my door open? And I normally, I remember to shut it. Let me, I guess you don't get to see that side of my room. But yes, this door over here, it's kind of like cracked and I don't, closed. So, yeah, I hope you liked the view of my ass as I walked away. Anyways, back to the vlogity. So yeah, and by the way, I know this is what you see like 99% of this is Billy's backdrop. This is what this is known as. No, I mean, this is a room, and it has like a mirror, sliding glass mirror doors for my bed, and over there is a clock on the wall that has a neon light in it, and a flip skateboard that hasn't been made in probably 5 years, maybe longer, and a bottle of Voss water that was made on my birthday. It was bottled, which is kind of awesome. That would be the long cylindrical thing right here, all of that is Voss water. And then like a change cup over here. Hello. Yeah, right over there. And then up and over here we have like my collection of puzzles. And that's like wax hands right there. And that was all focus. That was all I could really make because that's the only position the wax would come out right. Like I tried to make this like, yeah, I'm 1980s Olympian, but I'm the wrong skin color. And yeah, so, and then it's like a group of me and my friends from when we were real young. I'm this pale kid here. That's Ladarian Stone, was one of my greatest friends for a very long time. Whoa, almost dropped it. This guy over here, his name was Cody Allen Bass. He was also a really good friend of mine for years and years and years till he moved away. And then Ian over here, Ian Barton, who I haven't seen in probably since that picture. And then you got stuff like the Holy and, this and some puzzles and a boat. Because I used to sail, believe it or not. That's another story for another time. But yeah, I used to sail. And it was quite epic, rather. Actually, very epic. So yeah, that's a little piece. And by the way, that's all on a bookshelf. And there's lots of books from like Chelsea Kane and Dan Brown, Jack Coughlin, people like that. No, just random people. So, yeah, I mean, today was good. I drove a 2008 Ford Mustang GT with a manual gearbox. Oh, I loved it. Loved it. It was awesome. I love it. That car had so much power on the low end. It was insane. I love that car, and I love the man that bought that car. A little bit. No homo. Alright, maybe a little. But anyways, so back to the vlogity. You know, came home and driving home. There's a road I go down. It's called Hammond. 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. Go down this road every single day to go to work. I probably travel on it 2 to 4 times a day, on average. So I drive on this road a lot. It's 30 miles an hour. I get on this road, I get to 30, and I set my cruise. Because I know there's cops on this road. And they want to stop anyone for any reason. Because this is a crack road, kind of. It's like, it starts off, nice apartments on the right, nice houses on the right, crack neighborhood. For like 500 yards, 500 meters. Because I like using meters and not yards. 500 meters of crack. 200 of apartments. You know, the ones where you would live at happily. You'd be like, alright, this is a excuse me. This is a reasonable place to live, but I think I'll keep a gun near me. It's one of those places. But when alright, so I'm driving back from work, and there's this cop, and I see her, like, do a pull around, and I thought for sure, alright, the guy in front of me, he wasn't speeding, he was braking, and he turned into the nicer apartments, the ones towards the beginning, the nice apartments. So that guy pulls in there, and I was like, who's she? She must be chasing she must be wanting to go after the white SUV, which was actually quite a ways in front of me, and did appear to be speeding. They turned into the crack neighborhood and sped away. And so this cop, you know, is behind a car that's behind me. The car that was behind me turned off to the road, so the cop zooms up onto my butt. Alright, I'm at Hammond, I have to stop. And then I turn right onto a highway, and I have to drive on this highway for about, now it's not really a highway, it's just, you know, a 4-lane road. So I get onto this road, I have to drive on it for about, probably another 500 meters. And then I turn left into my neighborhood. And so I make it, and she's still behind me, put on my blinker. She doesn't put on hers. I turn into my neighborhood, she follows me in. I get up to 30 miles an hour. Boo! Whoop! No. Lights come on. I'm like, crap, I knew this was going to happen. Of course it happened to me today. Today was an awesome day. Why not end it with a ticket for something I didn't do? So I pull over, and I was like, what, is my registration out? Was my car stolen by me? I mean, what? She comes up to my window, and I had it already rolled down, you know, license out with registration and all that, and I hand it to her, and she's like, do you know what the speed limit is on that road you were on? And I was like, Hammond? Yeah, it's 30 miles an hour. Do you know how fast you were going? I assume I was going 30 miles an hour. And I was. I had my cruise set, like always. She's like, no, you were going faster than that. May I see your license and registration? And as she asked for that, I don't think she was prepared, because I kind of had it low where she couldn't see it, so I just, like, whipped it out to her, and she, you know, kind of did the look through, if you will, where they kind of get their head a little bit too close into your car to where it's kind of, like, starting to get into your personal space, and you gotta lean like this and hand them it like that. Yeah, and so I guess she may have thought that, oh, white guy in a crack neighborhood, you know, has sunken in eyes. No, of course he wouldn't be tired from work, because white guys don't work. So she looks in, and that was a little bit racist, wasn't it? I should feel bad for that, but I don't. Why? Because it's right. I mean, she was a white lady, so obviously white people hate on white people. It's common. You know, people talk about black on black crimes. Well, white on white happens a lot more often than you think. But anyways, yeah, so she must have assumed that either A, I was drunk, B, I was high, or C, I was carrying drugs. That's fine. You know, in this town, you really can't blame them, because you are either one of 4 things. You are either clean and have never touched anything, drunk, high, or carrying drugs for someone else. That's just what you are. Which is, so them pulling me over and expecting that's perfectly understandable. I will never, ever, say that that's a bad thing. I completely understand it. They're there for a reason. They're there to stop you for a reason. I guess saying that I was doing 32 and a 30 is a good enough reason, but, it is what it is. Obviously, I don't drink, don't do drugs, don't smoke weed, and I don't even smoke cigarettes, so... there were no smells coming from my car, no odd behavior as they would describe it. And, I was pretty much just let go with a warning. That's the third time I've been pulled over and let go with a warning, but, I'm never doing anything truly wrong, so... And once again, perfectly understandable. I encourage you to do that. I don't see it as racial profiling. If I was any color, I wouldn't see it as racial profiling, because I don't care. If you're trying to do a good thing, then keep trying to do a good thing. Just don't be overzealous about it to where you're like a communist type police state, such as in 1984. Alright, that's a little bit too intrusive, but you get the idea. Now on to yesterday's question of the day, which actually was just posted about an hour ago, which is about Rupert Murdoch and his news of the world, hacking scandal. What do I think about it? That was a D-baggy move, dude. Like, really? You're already a billionaire. Why do you feel the need to hack people's phones just to find out more information to make your news? Your newspaper is dying anyways. Nobody uses newspaper. In another 10 years, it's all going to go to tablet PCs. Well, actually, probably just our cell phones, to be honest. But this is the new world. Get over it. Create a website, a good one, like Yahoo or Google or something. Create a big website, and then you'll be back to where you were. But I'm sorry, your time has come. It is now gone, and you went out in really bad style. That's your own fault. Now, for today's question of the day, I would like to ask you, who is your favorite YouTuber and why is that person your favorite YouTuber? I'm very interested in this because I like to see trends. A lot of people would say Ray William Johnson or Philip DeFranco or one of the major ones. Maybe you don't like a major one. Maybe your favorite is some little nobody who actually is producing incredibly good videos with lots of meat to them. You can fill yourself up on. Let me know who you think is, or not who you think, but who is your favorite YouTuber and why that person is your favorite YouTuber. Yes, that was my door opening a moment ago in the mirror. And that is it for today's vlog, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Yeah, yes I will. Peace.